Hello everyone, this is Darro here with another video, another pickups video dated the 27th of June, so I almost say July there, 2012 of course. Not a whole lot this year, as I say, just basically got a few bits and bobs here, and a few digital stuff which I'll probably mention at the end though, the ones I remember anyway. First of all, this is not really, well, it is kind of gaming related per se now, since it's a book that's pretty much I heard about for quite a while now. It's ever since I first heard on the All Gen Gamers podcast, and then a lot of people around the YouTube gaming community have been talking about it as well, and on Twitter and that there. And I meant to sort of get it like around not long after I heard about it though, but it's kind of sort of, set it aside, say I'll get this eventually, and then it's found it in my local Waterstones about several weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now, give or take. But it's a lot of people really enjoy this book here. It's by Ernest Klein, and it's kind of gaming related in a way though, because there is gaming references in it, old lady stuff like the Atari and things like that, and the whole sort of plot of the story is kind of a game as well, and that this owner of this like virtual world called the Oasis dies, like the guy, and he sets out this challenge, whereas he has to whoever finds these three keys and opens the three gates and finds the Easter egg gets his entire fortune, and therefore a lot of people are in this world just going around looking left and right trying to find the clue to the first key or whatever, and no one ever does it until the main character in the story, Wade Watts, does, and then sort of the events unfold from there though. Very fascinating read though if you're into 80s stuff, into 80s culture, because the owner is James Halliday, down in the day pretty much is a big fan of 80s stuff because he grew up in the 80s, and therefore if you're into your 80s stuff, your music, your games, your films, like basically your culture pretty much, then this is a book for you pretty much. It's a really great read though, really enjoyed it though, and there is a film going to come out for it which probably won't do this justice though, but it's a very great read and I recommend it. If you're into your 80s stuff or video games whatsoever, definitely pick it up. Land of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse for the Sega Master System. This is probably my favourite Sega Master System game. Absolutely love it. Well, probably alongside Alex Kidd and Miracle World though. Just a really nice, simple, kick-ass platformer though. And it's basically the sequel to Castle of Illusion on the Sega Master System because it has the same design. It's hard to see there. I know it's not very, I don't know why this thing looks very grainy though. Not a great camera. I'm doing this on my iPad. But it's just a great game. It just has that same style to the Castle of Illusion that came out on the Master System as well though. And just a really great game. Love it. If you've seen my mystery unboxing videos I did, I got two games, the GBA games. I got Donkey Kong Country 3 and I got Donkey Kong Country 2 in these little wee protective cases pretty much, and I just got them as well. I just got them in a whim though, and I think I got the both of them for £10 overall. They're they're the North American versions though, but anyway, that's fine anyway. I wanted to get them. I actually lost that auction. I did mention I lost the auction, but then I got a sort of second chance and then give them the money I bid on anyway, which is great. So I got them, and I played a bit of 3, and it looks quite different, of course, to the the SNES counterpart pretty much, and the music's quite different as well. I'd probably prefer the SNES one, of course, because it has better graphics and that there, but I'm sure the GBA ones have their own little charm. I already have the first one though, so I just had to get these other two as well. Toomby or Tomby, whatever you may want to pronounce it now. As I said, this is part of the unboxing video as well. I got this from Andy, Andy, who's host of the Rascals podcast. Check it out. So it is. I got this from him. I paid £50 for it, And then the real flipping thing is, not long after I got this from it, they announced that I was coming on PSN. So I don't know. I don't think it's out here yet now, but I know it's out in the States, I believe now. And knowing us, it won't be here till like another flipping year, because for some reason certain games come out there, and we have to wait flipping ages before they come out. It's pretty much back. It's pretty much, you know, like it was back in the day, back in those days when these games kind of came out, where it came out in the States and we'd have to wait a good number of months. And in certain cases, we still have to do that nowadays, but it's not as bad as it once was. I haven't played this yet though, but I always want to try it out though. And I know the second one is pretty rare also. I think it's even rarer than this one. Diablo 3, this is probably the game I played the most of over the last, since pretty much the last pickups video. I did an unboxing video, this is from the collector's edition, as you can see from the top there. And I absolutely love this game though. I played it on and off though, but I haven't gone, through the numerous difficulties now. I've only just finished the normal difficulty there Sunday a week ago, and I'm not gonna go into Nightmare for another while anyway, because it sort of had my fill of it for the time being though, because I played I played certain parts of it several times in normal with friends and co-op and and solo and that there as well, so I just ended up putting aside though. But I absolutely really enjoyed the game. The loot's fun, co-op is a lot of fun though. Even though sometimes the loot you get, most of it's crap though, especially when I was a wizard, I hardly got anything that would fit me. It's like all the time I didn't even get any wands or anything. I usually just got stuff from Witch Doctor or Demon Hunter, which kind of sucked. But the auction house is good though, and sometimes you actually go to an auction house and there is some people actually that are quite good with their prices, because there is going to be people on there just going to charge you up the ass for certain items that are pretty much crap. You can pretty much get a lot cheaper. But there's other ones that are pretty much set the right price and things like that, which is cool, and therefore got some good items. Definitely going to play more of this, so I'll probably just go through Nightmare and then I'm pretty much done with the game. I don't feel like going through Hell and Inferno. I don't like getting frustrated that much. Lollipop Chainsaw, and this came out like a few weeks ago pretty much. It's made by, of course, Grasshopper Manufacturer, who's Suda51, who did, of course, No More Heroes, Shadows of the Damned, and Killer 7, and games like that. A lot of people, didn't get the best reviews, but I expected that though. I actually quite enjoyed this game. It's not a long game. You can finish in probably about 5-6 hours, give or take. The combat in it's simple enough though. It's not something you'd really can dig your teeth into. Something like God of War, Bayonetta, or like Ninja Gaiden, or some of those games now. It's just simple enough. Use your chainsaw and your pom-poms to just attack, stun zombies and kill them, and fight bosses and things like that as well. But it does have it has its personality though. Some of the characters are great, the boss fights are cool, the soundtrack I really enjoyed though. It's pretty kick-ass. There's some cool licensed songs in there. It's like Dead or Alive, You Spin Me Round, Oh Mickey, Tony Basil's Oh Mickey, Lollipop song, and it has Dragon Force as well towards the end, which is pretty cool, and some other good stuff as well. It's a really cool game. I didn't pay full price. It was only £30 though, which is good though. But still a good game. I recommend it though. If you like your Suda51 games, then it's definitely worth picking up. Monster Tale. I got this as a trade with Ed, in the SplatterTrigger on YouTube. I traded him I gave him the pre-order shirt I got with a Kai Katana, which is actually the next game here. He wanted it, and I basically said I'll give you mine now, and I sent it to him, and it arrived there within a week, which was great. Like in a week, which is surprising. And this is actually he sent as well, and I know he took like about a week or so as well to come here, which is great as well. So thanks very much for that, Ed. And he's very thankful for his shirt as well. I played a bit of this here. It's a good game. It's basically kind of a Metroid style game. You go around this open these different parts of this sort of world, and you have to backtrack and that there. I heard that's kind of the main problem with it though later on, when you have to sort of backtrack a good way to get to open new areas and things like that now, when you get new abilities and things. And it's done by the same guys who did the Henry Hatsworth game. So if you enjoyed Henry, because it uses the two screens as well, for your monster goes down to the bottom and then eats little items up to power himself up and gain new abilities and things like that. It's a cool little game though, no doubt. Akai Katana, like I said, I got this. I gave the pre-order shirt to Ed SplatterTrigger, and it's basically your standard cave bullet hell shoot 'em up. So if you're into that sort of craziness, then you probably already got it though. It actually came out here first, and then it actually came out after in the States. I think it was just like the week after, pretty much. Anyway, so it wasn't that long. I absolutely love the cover on this here. It just looks really nice. I really like the colors, and I just love the style of it. It's a really nice cover, and you wouldn't expect it to be some sort of a shoot 'em up though from this cover. You expect it's some sort of like, action game or a RPG or something, but it isn't a shoot 'em up, and a very difficult one at that though. I suck at them, but they're just enjoyable games to just sort of kick back and relax. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. Asura's Wrath, again, this was in my mystery unboxing video. Absolutely loved this game. Absolutely loved it though. Just sort of non-stop over the top action from the get-go though. Just some of the stuff that happens in this game is just really, really nuts though. Crazy shit. And there is a DLC though for basically the true finale in it though, like 4-part finale. I think it was worth it though, especially the last episode. It's just absolutely awesome though. Just really just pretty much epic scale stuff though. Absolutely loved this game though. A lot of people will probably criticize it's too much QTEs, etc. But it does have its. I think it has its equal share as QTEs. The brawling part, beat 'em up, brawl, action part, and then it has its on rail stuff as well. So it is a equal share of stuff though. Probably there's more QT stuff than the rest though, but still a good game. Definitely recommend getting it. And finally, Dragon's Dogma. This is the one with the Resident Evil 6 demo, which is coming out pretty soon, I believe. I only played like an hour of this, so I haven't really played much of it though. I don't know about it though. It's one of those games that people have had shared their opinions on. Some people really like it, and other people don't. And it's kind of one of those games. It could have been great though, but it just has its flaws that sort of prevent it from being like a really great game. But it has been getting sort of decent, good reviews anyway, and it has a sequel's just been announced for it as well. I don't know about it though. Again, it's an RPG, so I'm not going to bother playing it for the time being though, because I've had my share of fill of RPGs this year at the moment, and I've already played through several, and I don't really want to dig deep into another one again, even though it's not as long as other ones. But I just want to focus on shorter, linear games, action, first person shooters and the like, pretty much. But I'll get it sometime later in the year probably. And that is pretty much it now in terms of what I got to say. Not that much though. I've got a few digital stuff as well, like a few Steam games. Like I got Vessel, which is like indie platforming game pretty much. I got classic Wing Commander and 3 Wing Commander 4 on GOG.com, because I was watching the video in Giant Bomb of Wing Commander 3. He's like, yeah, I want to try them out, just because I never really grew up with the PC. I was always a console guy though, and should go back and look at those sort of quote unquote classic games in a way for the PC. And GOG is pretty much a great place to play some of those classic games. Baldur's Gate, Wing Commander, just some of those classic, games that were in the 90s, 80s, 90s, and, early this century as well. Great games. And a few other things I got like the Skyrim Dawnguard DLC. I've played a bit of it, it's alright thus far. I haven't played too much of it though. But anyway, that's pretty much all though. I have to do this before I cut off at the 15-minute mark. So, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.